Here's the poem, A Legend of the Northland by Phoebe Cary, along with its stanza-by-stanza summary. Stanza 1. Away, away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few, and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. Summary. The poem describes a distant place in the Northland where the days are very short and the winter nights are so long that they cannot sleep all through the night. Where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bears' cubs in their funny furry clothes. Summary. In this cold region, people use reindeer to pull sledges through the snow, and the children wear furry clothes that make them look like little bear cubs. Stanza 3. They tell them a curious story. I don't believe 'tis true, and yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. The people of the Northland tell a strange story. Although the speaker doubts its truth, they suggest that there is a lesson to be learned from it. Stanza 4. Once, when the good St. Peter lived in the world below and walked about it preaching, just as he did, you know. Summary. The story begins with St. Peter, who once lived on earth and traveled around preaching to people. He came to the door of a cottage. In traveling round the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. Summary. St. Peter, while traveling, arrives at a small cottage where a woman is baking cakes on her hearth. Stanza 6. And being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. St. Peter, feeling weak and hungry from fasting all day, asks the woman for one of her cakes. Stanza 7. So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. Summary. The woman begins to bake a small cake for St. Peter, but she thinks it looks too big to give away. Therefore, she needed another, and still a smaller one, but it looked, when she turned it over, as large as the first had done. She makes a second smaller cake, but again, it seems too big to her when she sees it baked. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she couldn't part with that. She then takes a tiny bit of dough, rolls it very thin, and bakes it into a wafer-like cake, but she still can't bring herself to give it away. For she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. The woman tells herself that even though the cakes seem small when she eats them, they are too big to give away, so she keeps them for herself. Stanza 11. Then good St. Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. St. Peter becomes angry because he is hungry and weak, and the woman's selfishness makes him lose patience. Stanza 12. And he said, you are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter, and fire to keep you warm. Summary. St. Peter tells the woman that she is too selfish to live as a human, enjoying food, shelter, and warmth. Stanza 13. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard, dry wood. Summary. As punishment, St. Peter says she will have to live like a bird, working hard to find her food by pecking at wood all day. Stanza 14. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. Summary. The woman flies up through the chimney without saying anything and turns into a woodpecker bird. Stanza 15. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burned black as a coal in the flame. Summary. The woman's red cap remains unchanged, but the rest of her clothes are burned black like coal in the fire. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood, where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. Summary. The poem concludes by saying that even today, schoolboys can see the woodpecker in the woods where she continues to live, pecking at trees for food. Hello, amazing viewers. I just wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos and supporting my channel. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of this journey. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos, like this video if it brought value to you, and share it with your friends and family who might enjoy it too. Your support helps the channel grow and reach more awesome people like you. Thank you once again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to personalize it further if you'd like.